What's up, everybody out there? I wanted to do a quick hot take on what I was reading about probably like an hour ago. Um, some comments that were made by Hillary Clinton regarding Bernie Sanders. It's no secret that I'm a Bernie guy. I'm a Tulsi guy. I like those two. So, I just want to put that out there because what I'm saying may be a little biased to people, but I'm trying to come to this with an open mind, and I don't think I'm viewing this like most Bernie people are viewing this. I've been reading a lot of comments and stuff, and I've talked to a couple of people, and my take is kind of different on it. And what I mean by that is, I remember in the 2016 election when Bernie conceded and started campaigning for Hillary, and that was a big risk for Bernie. Okay, and what I mean by that is Bernie's core fan base is not really big fans of Hillary Clinton and politicians who line up with her ideology and her philosophy. And a lot of people were upset when Bernie, was going around and endorsing her and pushing people to the polls to go and vote for her. And when Bernie would get asked about, him doing this campaigning for Hillary, one of his main answers I would get, that we would get was that, Donald Trump is the most dangerous candidate that we have for president, and it's urgent that we defeat him. Okay. When you ask Hillary Clinton about Donald Trump, that's one of the things she says as well, that he's a very dangerous candidate. He's somebody that, shouldn't have his hands on the nuclear codes, and things of that nature. So this is where it goes to my take on it. If Hillary Clinton believes that Donald Trump is the most dangerous president in modern day history, that this guy is a threat to this country, why would you say something about a candidate that has a possibility of defeating Trump? I've never heard her say that Bernie is dangerous, that he shouldn't have his hands on the nuclear codes or things of that nature. I know they do have disagreements, ideology, like certain things policy wise that they don't see eye to eye on. But far as social issues and things of that nature, they pretty much are aligned. And she's never, came out and described Bernie the same way she describes Trump. I'm thinking that if I believe that this guy, that Donald Trump, is that much of a threat, and if it came down to Bernie being against Trump, I would think that she would, do the same thing that he did. She has no Senate office or any type of seat that she's trying to get. For her to lose her core fan base, I'm struggling with that core fan base shit. With her core supporters, she's not, gonna lose any of that and any type of gains that she has, any type of political aspirations, unless she wants to jump back in the race. But as far as we know right now, she's not running for anything, so she's not taking a political risk by endorsing Bernie if he somehow got the nomination. And the bottom line is that this guy supposedly is dangerous. He's a threat. He's somebody that's not fit to be in office. He could possibly destroy the country. These are the things that she was using to describe Donald Trump. So if he's that much of a bad guy, and you are a person who claims to be for the people, you somebody that cares about us citizens, you don't want us to be at risk. You don't want our lives to be at risk. If that is on the line, why would you say that about Bernie to cause a split like this? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm looking on the internet. I know the internet is not the only metric you can use to gauge, what's going on with people in this country. But you get a good sense of things, okay? And what I'm seeing online right now is a whole bunch of people bickering with each other. And these are Democrats. These are left leaning independents and Democrats who are just going back and forth at each other. You got some people who are pro Bernie, you got some people who are pro Hillary. And then, like the 2016 election, all again. Why would you do that? Why would you do that if you feel like Donald Trump is such a threat? You don't want to cause turmoil within the party. When Bernie didn't come out immediately and campaign for Hillary and he didn't endorse her right away, okay, people were jumping down his throat saying that he's dividing the party, that, he is a person that needs to fall in line, all right? And he got a lot of criticism for that. I remember watching Bill Maher like last year or maybe a couple years ago. I can't remember this old lady that was on there, and she was saying she can't stand Bernie, and that was the reason why she didn't like him, is because he was slow poking around with going out and campaigning for Hillary, which he did, but she said he was moving too slow, and it was causing a rift within the party. Why is Hillary able to get a pass on this? And I didn't want to make this video. I haven't made a video in a long time. I know it's a big trend to bash Hillary amongst, people on the left, especially on the right. A lot of people hate Hillary on the right. I'm not a big fan of her. And again, I didn't want to make this video, but I'm just trying to understand. I just don't get it. I do not understand why a person who supposedly is for the people and thinks that this guy's a threat would cause such a rift in the party, because now what you're looking at is you're creating these so-called Bernie bros that you were talking about when you were running. The sexist people, the ones who have so much disdain for quote-unquote corporate Democrats that they won't go to the polls and vote for Joe Biden or somebody else. They just gonna go hardcore Bernie or bust. You are creating that. Like, that is something that you are creating right now when you do something like that. Politicians are very calculated. They do make mistakes. They're not, gods or anything, but they're very smart people. You have to be very smart to be a politician. I don't care what nobody says about, Donald Trump being an idiot. If you on the right, you feel like AOC is an idiot. Okay, there are disagreements that we will have in policy, strong disagreements we will have in policy, but these people are not stupid. Okay, they are not stupid by a long shot. You are not going to be able to be in Washington, D.C. and be a part or have a seat in the House or in the Senate as a governor or anything unless you got something going on up there and you are very calculated and you know how to move the pulse of the people. Okay, and these people know that certain things they say, is going to cause a wave. I remember Obama. I was watching a documentary not too long ago on PBS about the divide in the country. And Obama would get into a lot of trouble when he would talk about race issues. Certain things he would say would trigger people on the right, and it would trigger people on the left, especially in the black community. Some black people think that he didn't say enough. A lot of white people think he said too much and divided the country. So he started giving a lot of vague statements about racial issues. Like when in the documentary, they were, I highly advise you guys watch that. In the documentary, they were looking at his response to the Dylann Roof shooting, and it was kind of vague. And the reason why I was vague like that, one of the guys, I don't know who he was in the documentary, but Obama pulled him to the side. It was some type of reporter or something. And the reporter asked him a question, and he gave him a vague answer. And when they were leaving the room, Obama pulled him to the side and was like, look, I have to be very calculated about what I say about race because I'm walking a fine line. You see, he's cognizant of that. He knows that that's, under his belt, that people are picking everything he say apart with a fine-tooth comb. He know that. Politicians know that, okay? They may slip up, Every now and then, they're human, but they know that. Hillary knows when she says something like that, the risk involved in that. And she said it anyway. And it's not like something that was hot. You know, she didn't have a hot mic in front of her. Supposedly, this is a documentary that's going to be coming on TV. She had plenty of time to say, edit that out. Plenty of time, you know, to think about it. And do I want this to come out? If she had these spiteful feelings about Bernie, if she feel like, you know, this could be a risk, she had plenty of time to stop it, but she didn't. She let it come out. And I'm not sure if the reporting is true from what I said and from what I've seen. This is something I've seen in the comment section that Hillary actually kind of doubled down on it. Now, don't quote me on that. It's something that I read, you know, from a comment. But I'm going to look that up after I get finished with this video, that she doubled down on it. But not even having to double down on it, just straight up, you know, having the time to get this edited out before it reached the people, she didn't do that. So it leads me to no end. Like I have to come to the conclusion, like logically, it's telling me that she really doesn't give a fuck about the country. She doesn't care. I mean, we all been saying that. You know, most of us been saying that for the longest, especially people on the right. They think she's a fucking demon. There is a lot of skeptical people on the left about her. Especially, you know, a lot of progressives. A lot of progressives are very skeptical about Hillary Clinton. Her record is very shaky, okay? She got that corruption thing hanging over her head. We know all about that. But putting that shit to a side, just look at this. Just look at this. That's it. Just look at this. You feel Donald Trump is the biggest threat to this country. You know that Bernie has a good chance of winning the nomination. He's like leading in a whole bunch of polls, okay? I know polls isn't the end-all be-all. These are some of the same polls that had Hillary Clinton winning the election, okay? And she lost, all right? But at the same time, we know that Bernie is a very popular guy and he has a chance, okay? You know that this could be the nominee. And you come out and say this, risking him losing to somebody that you call the most evil, worst president we could have, somebody that can destroy the country. I mean, what else can I think? Only thing that's left to think is that you really don't care about us. This is all about some type of gain. And I'm wondering, what is there to gain? And I got a million different theories. I'm not going to go into all of them. I'll just say one. One is that if Bernie gets a chance to win, a lot of, if he wins and he gets Medicare for all and he gets to raise the taxes and stuff, that's going to affect Hillary. And what I mean by affect Hillary, the taxes obviously, because he planned on taxing rich people. But affecting Hillary with Medicare for all is, number one, that's something she championed when she was first running. So it would be like, I tried to get it and I couldn't get it. Bernie tried to get it and he succeeded. So it's like, damn, I'm losing again. It's like she's taking another L. Now, we know now her current position is not for Medicare for all. So what do I mean by her losing? I mean friends. You better believe that Hillary has friends that are part of the insurance companies that are millionaires and billionaires that works for those companies. And if Bernie gets Medicare for all through, a lot of them motherfuckers gonna be out of a job. Okay? So, you know, you don't want to be talking to your friend that's unemployed. You don't want to have that conversation with them. And this is me assuming, okay? This is just me assuming why she fears a presidency for him. But even if that is your loss, you taking a hit on taxes and some of your insurance buddies taking a hit, me speculating, maybe it's something else, okay? You know, Bernie getting a notch on you for Medicare for all, me speculating, nothing else. Is that worth what you call the most destructive president in modern day history? Is what Bernie gonna push so bad that you would rather have this guy that you describe a monster, a racist, a xenophobe, all those adjectives that were buzzwords in the 2016 election, xenophobe, homophobe, all those words. You described all these adjectives. That's Trump. You're willing to have this guy win again because of these things that you have against Bernie. It just leads me to believe that it's not about us. I remember a meme. I'm gonna end it on this. I remember a meme that I posted on Facebook, and it was after the 2016 election when she lost, when Hillary went into hiding. You remember they found her like in the forest walking around or something. Some lady found her in the forest or some shit walking around. She disappeared for a long time. It was embarrassing. I don't hold that against her. But what did Bernie do after his defeat? After his defeat, he was going around campaigning for her. After she lost, he still was going around the country trying to rally people up. I mean, it looks like somebody is for the people and somebody else is just out for themselves. You decide. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all take it easy.